So we need to try and find if there's other specialists that can give us advice around that as well. John?
Convener, just to follow on from that, I think it would be useful to write to some of the health boards to find out how extensively LDN is being used. While the witnesses today have given us the examples of 6,000 people throughout the UK and certain GPs actually readily giving it out to patients who require LDN, but it might be useful to write to Greater Glasgow Health Board, possibly Landnor.
Dispenses it, and it's Dixon's and Rutherglen, so that information could come from.
Well, it's just to get for the health boards themselves, Convener, because it would be useful, say Lanarkshire Health Board and possibly one other health board, just to find out if they are aware of GPs prescribing this, because I think, as the witnesses said earlier on, we do know that MS is highly prevalent in Scotland, and it may be that other GPs are prescribing it, but they're not being picked up on in terms of the prescription, because I know there are GPs who will prescribe certain drugs to patients that they would not readily be wanted to be identified for prescribing these drugs, but it's just in case the use of LDN is much wider than we expect or understand. But I think, to follow up on Anne McLaughlin's point, Convener, I think it may be useful to write to the organisations, because I understand what the witnesses are saying about some of the voluntary or charitable organisations undertaking research. But I think your point, Convener, about the pharmaceutical companies would be reluctant to actually see this becoming in the mainstream usage, because it undermines, or could potentially undermine, some of the drugs that they are currently marketing to health boards, GPs and others at a much greater cost than LDN would cost. So there is a market force element to this as well. So that we need to make sure that the charitable organisations who Anne earlier mentioned are actually looking at all the options for their members and for the diseases that they're collecting funds on behalf of, because they do have between them, I know, a very large pot of money for research, and they certainly give a lot of money to various academic institutions for that research. So it'd be useful if we could get some of that tied into undertaking research on the impact of LDN.
John, a final comment, unless other members are keen to come in. Rona?
Yes, I'm conscious of the fact that you've said that there is research that is going on in the US at the moment. Yeah. It'd be useful to get some information about the state of current research.
Okay. A CD-ROM with me that I'll give to the clerk, which has some information on it, various links to websites. But the main epicentre of it at the moment is Penn State University in America. There's a Dr. Ian Zago and a Dr. Jill Smith who are doing most of the research. They're doing Crohn's research just now. And even in Mali, there's actually an HIV trial that's undergoing, but that's kind of charity funded, to Dr. Jacqueline McCandless. So there's always work being done in it. It's just not reached that scale that you need, you know.
I've got some of the trials here. Would you like me to leave them?
Yeah, any information you have, the clerks can pull that together for us, and that will help the members as we explore the issues, so thanks for that. We're at the final point of our petition today. Can I just say, first of all, thanks for your commitment to come in today on the petition. I know that when you contacted me, Bob, that when you said you were going to the number 10 petition website, I said, oh no, there's a much more effective one called the Scottish Parliament Public Petitions Committee. So I hope that the experience has been positive for you. We genuinely have an opportunity through our structures here, I believe, to really interrogate an issue. We can't always guarantee people end up being ecstatic at the end of that process, but I think we can move on many of the issues that people are concerned about. So I'm delighted you've had a chance, along with Margaret and also Celia, to come along this afternoon. I hope it's been a positive development for you.
People know about it.
Absolutely.
That is in itself a positive.
Okay, fantastic. And just I want to thank you for that, and thanks for your time this afternoon.